Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today with this video we are going to discuss about the MBA in Analytics program with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur. So here if we consider about the overall eligibility criteria for this program, then you must have completed your graduation with minimum of 50% marks. For the NC/OBC and EWS candidates, 47% are needed, and for the SC, ST and DAP category, 45% are needed. Along with the graduation degree, you must have a valid CAT score, and on this basis you are eligible to apply for the MBA in Analytics program with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur. Here if we consider about the overall admission process for this program, then on the basis of your eligibility criteria and CAT score, you need to apply for this program with the IIM Kashipur. Then on the basis of your CAT score, you will receive the shortlist mail for the personal interview round. Then on the basis of the various parameters, the composite score is calculated and then the candidates are shortlisted for the final list. So here if we consider about the important dates with the MBA in Analytics program with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur. So if you want to apply for this program, you need to apply before 28 February 2025. And if we consider the overall application fees for the general, NC/OBC and EWS candidates, the overall fee structure is 1500 rupees, and for SC, ST and DAP candidates, the overall fee structure is 750 rupees. Now here if we consider about the overall selection process, so there are two stages. If we consider the stage 1, so in that 20% weightage is given for the qualifying exam, that is your CAT entrance examination. Then 10% weightage is given for your class 10th marks, 10% weightage is given for your class 12th marks, then 20% weightage is given for your graduation marks. So here if we consider the 20% weightage which is given to your graduation marks, so if you have above 80 in your graduation, for that there are 20. If it is in between 75 to 80, for that there are 16 marks. If it ranges in between 70 to 75, for that there are 12 marks. If it ranges in between 60 to 70, for that there are 8. And if it ranges in between 50 to 60, for that there are 4 marks. Like this way your marks are calculated for your graduation. Then 10% weightage is given for the work experience. So here if we consider the 10% weightage which is given to the work experience, so that is calculated on the basis of the range of month of work experience you have. Like if your work experience which ranges in between 18 months to 24 months, for that there is 10 application rating score. If it ranges in between 24 to 30, for that there is 10 application rating score. If it is 30 to 36, for that 5. Then if it ranges in between 12 to 18, for that there is 5. And if it is in between 6 to 12 and more than 36, for that there is 2 application rating score. Like this way the marks are calculated for the work experience. Then there is 2.5% weightage which is given for the discipline diversity and 7.5% weightage which is given to the gender diversity. So the overall shortlist score is 80, and if we consider the final merit list criteria, so in that already 80 is the shortlist score and 20% weightage is given for your personal interview score, and on this basis the overall score is calculated and then the candidates are shortlisted for the final list with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur for the MBA in Analytics program. So this is all about the overall admission process for the MBA in Analytics program with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur. Now if we consider about the overall batch profile for the batch of 2023-2025 with the IIM Kashipur, so overall batch strength is of 483 candidates. Out of that, if we consider 63% candidates are the male candidates and 37% candidates are the female candidates. If we consider it in terms of the educational background, then 54% candidates have the educational background as an engineering, 14% candidates have the educational background as an commerce, 8% are from the management, 5% are from the arts, 6% are from the science, and 13% candidates have the educational background other than all of this. If we consider it in terms of the specialization, 12% candidates have the specialization as an HR, 30% finance, 31% strategy, 43% operations, 49% analytics, and 58% candidates have the specialization as in marketing. Then if we consider it in terms of the work experience, then there are 34% candidates have the work experience of more than 2 years, 33% candidates have the work experience ranging in between 1 to 2 years, then 24% candidates are the freshers, and 9% candidates have the work experience of less than 1 year. If we consider the work experience by sector, then 32% candidates have the work experience from the information technology sector, 24% candidates have the work experience from the manufacturing sector, 5% have the work experience from the BFSI, 16% have the work experience from marketing, 9% from consulting, and 14% candidates have the work experience of other than all of this sector. So this is all about the overall batch profile for the batch of 2023-2025. Now if we consider the overall batch profile for the batch of 2024-2026, that is about the recent batch. So the overall batch strength is of 456 candidates. If we consider 57% candidates are the male candidates and 43% are the female candidates. So here in this batch, the number of female candidates has increased according to the placement report for the last batch. If we consider the overall educational background, the candidates have 38% candidates are from the engineering, 20% from the commerce, 15% from the science, then 7% are from the arts, 13% are from the management, and 7% candidates have the educational background other than all of this. If we consider it in terms of the work experience, then 38% candidates have the work experience ranging in between 1 to 2 years, 16% candidates have the work experience ranging in between 2 to 3 years, 9% candidates have the work experience of less than 1 year, 2% candidates have the work experience ranging in between 3 to 4 years, and 2% candidates have the work experience of more than 4 years. Then if we consider the sector-wise work experience the candidates have, 38% candidates have the work experience from IT, 10% from the BFSI, 14% from the marketing, 11% from the consulting, 17% from the manufacturing, and 10% candidates have this work experience other than all of these sectors. So this is all about the overall batch profile for the recent batch. Now if we consider about the overall final placement with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur, so the average CTC offered with this college is 15.21 lakhs per annum. The median CTC offered was 14.82 lakhs per annum. Then the highest CTC offered was 28.82 lakhs per annum. There are top 10% candidates are with the average salary package of 23.44 lakhs per annum. Top 20% candidates are with the average salary package of 21.51 lakhs per annum, and top 30% candidates are with the average salary package of 20.06 lakhs per annum. Here if we consider 47% increase in the pre-placement offers, 26.6% increase in the number of recruiters, and 60 plus new recruiters were over there in the campus for the recruitment. If we consider about the overall sector-wise placement, 39% placements were from the IT and analytics, then 30% placements were from the BFSI, 11% placements were from the management consulting, 9% were from the e-business, 4% from the retail, 2% from the manufacturing. If we consider the sector-wise highest salary package offered with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur, then for the IT and analytics, the highest CTC offered was 23.6 lakhs per annum. Then for the marketing, the highest CTC offered was 28.8 lakhs per annum. For finance domain, it is 20.8 lakhs per annum. For general management, 20.8 lakhs per annum. For operations, 27.3 lakhs per annum. Then for strategy and consulting, 20.8 lakhs per annum. And for human resources, 20 lakhs per annum. So this is all about the overall placements with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur. So this is all about the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur and their MBA in Analytics program. So if you want to apply with the Indian Institute of Management Kashipur for their MBA in Analytics program, you need to apply before 28 February 2025. If you have any doubts, any queries in this, you can just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video.